Or like my friend will be talking to me and she'll be like telling me a story. She'll be like, so he was saying, and I'm like, I'm gonna need you to buffer so we can speed this up. Okay? You know, but you get it, right? The internet's amazing. I mean, the internet gave us cats, right? Cats were invented in like the 80s when the modern internet was invented. They were. And cats are great because they're two things in one, and yet they're also aliens. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever looked into the eyes of a cat and seen the truth about your own soul, but they know things we don't, and that's just fact. Yeah, I used to watch that show, Ancient Aliens, the History Channel, which is like questionable placement for programming. I don't know if I would call that history. It's a little bit fictional, but you know, it's fun to watch. And yeah, so it's like they have this theory that the aliens have already been here and they like were responsible for Stonehenge and building the Great Pyramids and stuff like that. And so the narrator's like, did aliens actually live here thousands of years ago, as ancient alien theorists believe? I'm like, here's my first problem. Ancient alien theorists. That's a little too many adjectives for a career title. Like, my parents told me I could be anything I wanted when I grew up, but I didn't know I could just take random words and copy and paste them together. I severely underestimated my options there. Yeah, so the narrator would be like, you know, were the aliens here? Did they leave traces of civilization behind? Will they return? Or have they never left? And I'm like, yeah, they've never left, and one's living in my home. It meows, but I think it's code for something else. These things are terrifying. You know what also kind of unsettles me? When I was younger, some people used to say I looked like Julia Roberts. And then they started to say I looked like Tina Fey. What happened in the middle there? Can't quite place that part. Did I join witness protection and change my face or something? I mean, I guess the Julia Roberts thing was pre-glasses, and I always had that sort of like, you know, that like gaping like mouth, like when she laughs. It's like, so if I came here for nightmares or come. No, I mean, despite that joke, I'm very confident in my appearance. I think I'm beautiful, as we all should. Beyonce taught us that.
Woo!
Yes, babe. But you wouldn't think so according to cosmetics commercials. These things make you feel like you have to rip off your skin and grow a new face immediately, otherwise you can't even be seen in your own home. It's like, don't let having a human face put a damper on your confidence. With NuFace's leading formula, you can get rid of those gross sleep lines, that disgusting chin, your whole forehead, and those useless cheeks. By the end of it, you'll just be a little cell. You'll just be one skin cell that they'll have to use a microscope to look at. But it's fine, because when they do, what they see will be amazing. You won't look anything like yourself, and that's what we want. Like, thanks, cosmetics commercials. You might have noticed while I did that bit that I made my voice maybe sound like I'd swallowed a couple of knives. That was intentional. That seems to be the tone for women's voices when they narrate commercials. Sort of like maybe they just got out of a coma or something, but like, you really want to hear what they have to say. I mean, you just like imagine one of those women coming in for an audition or something, and she's got her line, and she says, don't let things like having a face. And you're like, hold on, we love it, it's great, we love everything you're doing. Just punch yourself in the throat. But if she did it, if she punched herself in the throat, it would be, don't let things like having a face put a damper on your confidence. And that's what gets you the job, you know? That's what I'll do it. Take a drink. Woo! You know who I feel bad for? Those people in those commercials where they have the disclaimer at the bottom that says real people, not actors. We know these guys are actors, you know? And like, they're just denying them their career, everything they've worked for to get up to that point. This might be like their first big gig. It's like, hey mom, look, I'm in a commercial. Real people, not actors. That's not great for the ego. You know who I also feel bad for? Contestants on Jeopardy. I know a lot of these people are like geniuses, but no amount of cash winnings can really soothe the problem that happens when Alex Trebek just like nails them during those interviews. There's no more passive-aggressively condescending person than Alex. And these people just do not deliver with their human interest stories. He'll like set them up with something and be like, oh, Jane from Maryland. I heard you have a great story about the Grand Canyon. It's one of my favorite national landmarks. Jane, tell us what happened. And she's like, oh, my husband and I were supposed to go to the Grand Canyon and, well, something happened with the tickets. It was with my cousin. We didn't end up going, but we really wanted to. And like, that's her time to shine. And now it's like, okay, I guess I should have picked another question. I don't know. I mean, if I like make something up, embellish it, you know, like if I was there, I don't know, maybe I'd be like, yeah, my cat is an alien. I was once Julia Roberts, now I'm Tina Fey. I was in the witness protection program. Can't really tell you all the details, but I can fill you in on a little more next time, so tune in tomorrow when I'm $20,000 richer. Might even have a whole new face, and it'll be up to you, the audience, to figure out who I really am. Thank you, Alex Trebek. Thanks, guys.